lot and just enjoy that and develop a skill and start to figure out who you are, what you want, and who other people are. But this vilification of the young male has gone out of control. And they're pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm worried when they come out of it that they're going to
I have a confession.
Adam said
like
the same thing.
A big confession. Yeah. Okay, so look, every woman is different. So I don't speak for all women.
You don't?
I don't. But I also have a problem with like some women, you know, who have engaged in that, you know, rhetoric in regard to men, kind of speaking on my behalf because I'll just talk about my preference. My preference is masculine men, like traditionally masculine men. That's what I'm just attracted to. I can't explain why. It just is what it is.
It's your biology, honey. Duh, you're attracted to masculine men. Most women are.
So this like push to make men meek is unfair to women who don't want meek men either.
I don't know any women who truly want that,
very
Dr.
few
Drew.
people
In fact,
want
from
that.
an evolutionary perspective, the
Doesn't make
masculine
sense.
guy
Right.
thing, I remember
like if I'm on a
study.
train or if I'm on the metro and there's someone who's threatening my safety and there's a bunch of men there and they just kind of sit back and let it happen, that's a freaking problem in society.
But the thing is, there's a huge demographic, to your point, who does celebrate wife guys, right? Like, remember how they elevated Doug Emhoff because he was all feminine and happy to be behind Kamala Harris? Do you remember that?
Well, they do it for women
no one's
too,
hot for
though.
Doug Emhoff,
They,
though,
What I mean
really.
is, that's the kind of man
That's a psyop, Doug Emhoff.
I mean, look
You
at
know what?
no one is hot for Doug Emhoff.
That's not what I'm saying. Is that's what they're celebrating as the archetype. And Dr. Drew, since you're here, I wanted to get I want to bring a medical component into this,
Okay.
and that's the use of Propecia and Finasteride.
Yep.
I was going to ask you that.
Is that
Could it
birth
be
control?
plummeting testosterone levels?
So
hair stuff.
here are the
Right.
things.
It blocks androgens, which I'll let the doctor do
So
this.
Propecia and all these medicines do drop testosterone.
And millions of men
And they
are on
drop
it.
libido. And in about 20% of cases, it never comes back.
Oh God.
So when that was documented about 10 years
Bro,
ago.
that's why I say, bro, go get your blood work done. See if you need to be on testosterone replacement theory. Or theory, bro.
You stupid.
Testosterone replacement.
Call all my patients on Propecia and say, do you still want to continue? Most of them did.
But
I would.
what about this?
So-
What about this piece
It never
too?
comes back?
There were
20%.
some reports
10,
that when
20%.
women take birth
Hold on.
control, it
Also,
actually alters the type
it
of
can
men
go-
that they are attracted
or-
to. They are attracted to
Yep.
more beta,
Or it
feminine
drops their
males.
sex
Tell
drive.
me how to fix this Finasteride problem. I need to know.
Hair transplants. Get off the finasteride.
No, but what if they're against
TRT.
it? Trust me, I've gone
You
down
can't
this
do the TRT because then they go bald. You see, if they have a
You
problem,
will go bald if you do TRT because testosterone, typically men with higher testosterone do go bald quicker, but then you could just go to Turkey. Get your hairline restored, buddy.
then you do TRT, but they will go further bald.
I have heard from Andrew Huberman, though, that what you can do is, and this, I want to do it, but Lord, it would suck. Suck donkey balls. Hi, the name's Don Keebles. All right. But if you get into an ice bath, and then after 2 minutes of an ice bath, it's maybe 35 degrees or so. Go watch. There's an Andrew Huberman clip on this. You get out of that and you go straight into a workout. You will produce a lot of natural testosterone because while you're working out, your body's trying to warm itself up. That's one way you could do it. As far as other ways, I'm not too sure. That's the one way Andrew Huberman talks about it. But for me, ice baths suck, and I ain't got a bunch of money to just be like, let me go hop in my ice bath. You know what I mean? I don't have that.
So
researched this extensively, and one solution that was presented was topical finasteride.
Yeah,
But
so-
what if they have hair currently?
So the high dose Rogaine with finasteride and a steroid is a very effective topical agent. Some of it is absorbed still, and so, but that is an alternative.
But you have a bigger problem with crashing testosterone, and we
Yes.
don't know why.
Well,
and
it's all the above, plus obesity,
Obesity is a problem,
testosterone down, estrogen up.
Yep.
There's so many reasons our testosterone
And
levels.
75% of Americans right now are overweight, and I think 40% of them are obese.
Big back.
Crazy work, brother.
Are down. We need to get back. Resistance training
Yes.
needs to be part of our daily life.
Yep.
Everybody. And it's just, we are unhealthy.
Sleep,
and
stress,
you're
weight
referring
management,
to-
lower body training, boosts testosterone
you and I would agree
naturally.
100% on this.
This is music to my ears. I love it. Thank you. Please.
But I have one more big sweeping thing I want to
Yes,
say. But
tell
before
us.
it finishes, finish the
You're
thought about
referring to
finasteride.
finasteride syndrome, correct?
Yes.
And you're saying it's incurable, so basically their libido is gone forever.
That's
some
what that,
people.
in a small, in a limited
that 20%,
percentage.
you're saying there's
20%.
nothing that can be done.
That's what some data came out with about 10 years ago.
That's
yes.
devastating news. Like for humanity, the
Yeah, I
fact that
know.
millions of men are on it.
No, you can put that person on testosterone and other things and override it, but then they'll go further bald.
Oh, God.
And so,
Wow.
But basically, these men are. Let me be clear what's happening here. These American men, and they're choosing their hair over sex, is what they're choosing.
the ones that stayed on Propecia in my practice were not noticing a drop in their sex drive. They didn't notice it. So it doesn't mean everybody has a significant drop in
lot of-
testosterone.
Listen,
but it's
girl.
common.
Vanity is a powerful, powerful thing, and I get it. I get it. I'm vain. I don't
There's so
mind
many
admitting
things
I'm
they can do,
vain.
though.
If like, oh, you're not gonna have a healthy.
It's healthy for
You're not
you
gonna
to
have
want
like the
to
best
care
sex
for your
drive,
body.
but you're gonna look 10 years younger. Give it to me. I want it.
I heard the conversation you guys had before the mics heated up. Come on now. But let me just say one big thing. I wanted to address the hysteria thing because I'm a time traveler. Remember that. And I come from a previous time and era. And I worked in a psychiatric hospital where I saw the personality changes in real time in this country. So when somebody's admitted to a psychiatric hospital, this is a follow-on to the comment hysteria. Hysteria is the enemy, and I want to contextualize it. When I first arrived at a psych hospital, I was looking at the admitting sheets. Patients would come in every day, and the personality disorders, so-called, were all over the place. Dependent personalities, obsessive-compulsive personalities, sociopathic personalities, they were all over the place. And I noticed as we moved into the end of the 80s, it shifted to borderline personality disorder. And by the 90s, it was only cluster B personality disorders. So sociopath, narcissist, borderline. That's it, 100%. And every borderline had at least 10 lawsuits under her belt. They were all females. There's a bias towards women with that. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. And I watched those women move from using the legal system when the legal system caught on and they started slapping them with the cost of the lawsuits that were frivolous and stuff. They became lawyers, they became judges, and they became regulators. And I thought, wow, this is really interesting. And I thought we had sort of shifted narcissistic, which we had, but we moved past narcissism into borderline. And a very close relative of borderline is hysteria, hysterical, the histrionic personality. And I was listening to Michael Schallenberger talk to a astrophysicist psychologist who framed it this way. I'm going to interview him in about a week.
I love him.
And this guy's named Vaknin. And he said, originally we were sort of in a psychotic phase where you could hear voices and see things, and you were sort of, no one thought anything of it. You were a religious person. You saw God, you heard God, and it was not pathologized. Then we hit the Enlightenment, and individualism broke out, and we sort of moved into this narcissistic phase. And he said that was the era of narcissism, really like 1800 to now. And he said we moved into borderline now. And the key, in addition to hysteria, the other key feature of borderline is the need to discharge emotion. He said, narcissists, they have rage and they get angry and they pick up a gun and go to war. Borderlines aren't interested in doing anything except discharging emotion. Think about the demonstrations lately. Discharging and making you uncomfortable with their emotions that they're uncomfortable with
Social
themselves.
It's got a good point. He brought up something that histrionic personality disorder. This is something I'd heard back in college. Histrionic personality disorder, HPD, a mental health condition characterized by a pervasive pattern of excessive emotionality and attention-seeking behavior, often beginning in early adulthood and present in various contexts. Attention-seeking, emotionality, seductiveness. They may exhibit inappropriate, seductive, or flirtatious behavior, even in situations where it's not appropriate. Suggestibility. Individuals with HPD are easily influenced by others in the situations they are in, sometimes leading to impulsive decisions. Relationships. They may view relationships as more intimate than they actually are, and their need for attention constrain relationships with friends and romantic partners. And low frustration tolerance. They may have a low tolerance for frustration and may require immediate gratification. Yeah, I heard about this. Some girl in college tried to say, you have a histrionic personality disorder. And I was like, what is that? I think I'm too stupid to even have anything.
Stupid.
Turns out it was just another word for being a player. Because that's what I was in college. I wasn't trying to be tied down. I just knew in college I was young, dumb, full of cum. And I was like, you know what? I'm just trying to play the field. I'm trying to get good at this whole game of women, because when I do find a chick I actually want, I want to be able to pull her. I want her to be able to actually like me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be like the one guy that don't know how to talk to chicks. I wanted to be good at it because I knew it was a skill. I knew that talking to women was a skill, so I flexed that muscle. It's just like going to the gym. But even to this day, I go to the gym 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday. So chat, right now, if you're not going to the gym, bro, you got to start going to the gym, man. You got to start doing some resistance training. And if you can't, do basic stuff at the crib. Do the 300 challenge, 300 bodyweight squats, 300 push-ups, 300 crunches. Even for you ladies, you can do something. You could walk 10,000 steps a day. If you can't walk, there's some bit of physicality, physical movement you can do. You have to do this stuff, man, because if you don't, bro, it's going to drive you crazy. And then you're going to age not as gracefully. They say that people that have stronger lower legs age a lot better. So go out there and do some legs, man. I wrecked the gym today. It was awesome. Monday, even Cass went. Cass is like freaking 6 months pregnant. She's at the gym. So proud of her for doing that. It's not easy. You know, she's carrying a whole baby. She's burning like 500 to 600 calories like every few hours just from existing, and she's still going to the gym. So, like, no excuses, man. If you're able-bodied, able-minded, you should be in the gym. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.